Scene script. Have you ever wondered about the origins of the MERS CoV, a virus that has caused panic across the globe? Picture this, it's 2012. Medical professionals around the world are baffled by a new mysterious virus. Initially, it's just an anomaly, an unidentified illness with severe respiratory symptoms. But as the cases grow, the world takes notice. This virus wasn't just a common cold, it was something new, something different. It was the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus, or MERS-CoV for short. The virus was first detected in Saudi Arabia, and it didn't take long for it to make headlines. The world was on edge, trying to identify this new threat and figure out how to combat it. Remember, this was a time when our understanding of coronaviruses was limited. We were in uncharted territory, facing a new, potentially deadly virus that was spreading rapidly. So the world was introduced to a new, potentially deadly virus in 2012, but where did it come from? The origins of MERS-CoV are intriguing and somewhat unexpected. This deadly virus, which stands for Middle East Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus, is believed to have a zoonotic origin. For the uninitiated, zoonotic diseases are those that jump from animals to humans. And the primary suspect in the case of MERS-CoV? Camels. Yes, you heard it right. Our humped friends that are an iconic symbol of the Middle Eastern deserts are thought to be the primary reservoir of this virus. But how did we come to this conclusion? Well, it all boils down to genetic detective work. Scientists have found striking genetic similarities between the MERS-CoV found in humans and that found in camels. This is not mere coincidence, but a strong indication that the virus we're battling has its roots in these desert dwellers. Now, you might be wondering, how does a virus typically associated with cold climates end up in camels in the hot, arid deserts of the Middle East? The answer lies in the unique biology of viruses. These microscopic entities are incredibly adaptable and can jump between species, evolving to survive in various environments. In the case of MERS-CoV, it seems to have found a comfortable home in camels before making the leap to humans. But don't go blaming the camels just yet. It's important to remember that viruses are not consciously malicious. They're simply trying to survive and reproduce, just like any other form of life. It's also worth noting that while camels are a primary reservoir, the exact transmission route to humans is still under investigation. It could be through direct contact with infected camels, or indirectly through consumption of contaminated camel products like milk or meat. So it seems our humped friends may be the culprits behind MERS-CoV. But remember, they're not the villains here, they're just another victim of this microscopic invader just like us. Following its discovery, MERS-CoV did not remain confined to the Middle East. The virus, like an unwelcome guest, quickly found its way into homes all around the globe. From the arid deserts of Saudi Arabia, it made a leap across continents, showing up in Europe, America, and Asia. The virus, with its menacing cloak of invisibility, hitched a ride with unsuspecting travelers. Airports became the virus's playground, a hub from which it could spread far and wide. As people moved, so did the virus, turning the world into its oyster. European countries, from the United Kingdom to Greece, began recording cases. In the United States, the virus made its presence known from Indiana to Florida. Asia was not spared either. South Korea experienced the largest outbreak outside of the Arabian Peninsula, a stark reminder of the virus's ability to travel and adapt. In the midst of this, the role of travel and migration in the spread of the virus became painfully clear. MERS-CoV was not just a local problem, it was a global one. People from different corners of the world returning from the Middle East unknowingly brought the virus back with them like a dangerous souvenir. Healthcare settings also played a part in this global spread. Hospitals, often crowded and full of vulnerable individuals, became hotspots for MERS-CoV transmission. As a result, healthcare workers and patients alike were put at risk, further fueling the spread of the virus. The world watched in trepidation as MERS-CoV, once an unknown entity in a remote corner of the world, transformed into a global threat. International health organizations scrambled to respond, their efforts a testament to the power of global cooperation in the face of a common enemy. And so in less than a year, MERS-CoV had become a global concern, a concern that reminded us of our interconnected world, where a health issue in one part can quickly become a problem for all. The story of MERS-CoV serves as a stark reminder. We're all in this together, and only together can we hope to overcome such threats. As MERS-CoV spread, scientists raced to understand it. The urgency was palpable. Every piece of the puzzle was critical in comprehending this enigmatic enemy. One of the first steps was to understand the virus's structure. MERS-CoV belongs to the coronavirus family, a group known for their crown-like appearance under the microscope. This family also includes viruses responsible for the common cold and the notorious SARS-CoV-2. MERS-CoV, like its relatives, is an RNA virus, meaning its genome is made of ribonucleic acid, a kind of genetic material that allows the virus to hijack our cells and reproduce. But how does MERS-CoV enter our cells? The answer to this question came from the discovery of the DPP-4 receptor. DPP-4, or dipeptidyl peptidase 4, is a protein found on the surface of many human cells. Scientists discovered that the spike proteins on the surface of MERS-CoV latch onto these DPP-4 receptors, much like a key fitting into a lock. This allows the virus to fuse with the cell and release its RNA, kick-starting the infection process. Understanding this interaction between the virus and the DPP-4 receptor was a breakthrough. It not only explained how MERS-CoV infects cells, but also suggested potential targets for drugs and vaccines. Moreover, it shed light on why certain people were more susceptible to the virus than others, as variations in the DPP-4 gene could affect an individual's vulnerability to MERS-CoV. Parallel to these discoveries, diagnostic tests were being developed. Rapid and accurate diagnosis is crucial in managing any infectious disease. For MERS-CoV, this involved detecting the virus's RNA in a patient's respiratory samples, a process known as reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, or RT-PCR. These tests have played a critical role in identifying and isolating cases, preventing further spread of the virus. The more we understood, the better equipped we were to face MERS-CoV. The knowledge we've gained from studying this virus has not only helped us manage the current situation, but also prepared us for future challenges. Because in the world of infectious diseases, understanding is our most powerful weapon. With understanding comes the power to fight back. The fight against the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome coronavirus, or MERS-CoV, is multifaceted. It involves the ongoing efforts to develop effective treatments and preventive measures, as well as the implementation of public health measures designed to control the spread of the virus. Let's talk about treatments first. The development of antiviral drugs has been a crucial part of the response to MERS-CoV. These drugs aim to inhibit or block the replication of the virus inside the body, thereby reducing the severity of the infection. Scientists across the globe are working tirelessly to identify compounds that can effectively fight MERS-CoV. Some antiviral drugs have shown promise in lab experiments and animal models, and they are now being tested in clinical trials. Next, we have preventive measures. The pinnacle of prevention, of course, is a vaccine. Vaccines work by teaching our immune system how to recognize and attack a virus. In the case of MERS-CoV, vaccine development has been challenging due to the complexity of the virus and the need for a vaccine that can provide long-term protection. Despite these challenges, several vaccines are in the pipeline, with some even advancing to the stage of clinical trials. Beyond treatments and vaccines, public health measures play a vital role in controlling the spread of MERS-CoV. These include strategies such as isolating infected individuals, conducting contact tracing, and implementing travel restrictions. Promoting good hygiene practices like regular hand washing and proper respiratory etiquette is also crucial. Lastly, let's not forget the importance of surveillance and early detection. Rapid and accurate diagnosis of MERS-CoV can help prevent outbreaks by enabling swift implementation of containment measures. In this battle against MERS-CoV, we are not just spectators, we are active participants, each with a role to play. Whether it's following public health guidelines, supporting scientific research, or spreading awareness about the virus, every effort counts. MERS-CoV remains a threat, but we are not defenseless. So, where do we stand today in the face of MERS-CoV? In the grand scheme of things, MERS-CoV remains a significant global health concern. With cases reported in over 27 countries thus far, the reach of this virus is indeed extensive. However, the frequency of new cases has seen a decrease in recent years thanks to advancements in medical research and stringent international surveillance efforts. Scientists worldwide continue to unravel the mysteries of MERS-CoV, studying its genetic makeup, transmission mechanisms, and potential treatments. Vaccines are being developed and tested, with some showing promising results in early trials. Furthermore, global health organizations have ramped up their surveillance mechanisms, keeping a close eye on any new outbreaks. In essence, the fight against MERS-CoV is ongoing. The world stands united, armed with the power of knowledge and the tools of modern medicine. The story of MERS-CoV is far from over, but with knowledge and vigilance we can hope to keep it under control.